Yo, what is up? It is your boy Arabi today with another video, and today we're doing something a little different, something that I don't usually do. Now, I will always, every year in a WWE 2K game, I will go to YouTube and I will look up the best sliders possible. There's some guy on Twitter actually charging $5 for you to get his sliders, and I'm like, that's a scam. Just wait for the YouTube videos to drop. So I'm here with a free AI versus AI slider setting for you guys, and of course, just to let y'all know, this is obviously your preference if you prefer these settings. If not, I recommend doing them yourself. Don't go to a video, but if you're here, you're here. If you like this, like the video. If you're new, subscribe, and if you want to see more content, comment down below. Now, if we go all the way over to options and go over to gameplay, that's where we're going to start today. I will say again, I will clarify that these are personal preference. Of course, these settings may change for me in the future, but if you guys truly do not like these settings, I recommend doing your own sliders. This is my own sliders. I usually every year go off of YouTube for AI versus AR or sliders in general. So I recommend doing your own. Again, these are mine, what I prefer. If you guys want to switch them up at all, I recommend it. I suggest it. Let's get right into the gameplay sliders. Now, first thing we see is difficulty. Now, of course, the gameplay and I want to say presentation sections, these are probably the most personal preference you're going to get in these settings. But let's start with gameplay. So difficulty, I have on Legend. Now, if I'm doing AI versus AI matches where I'm just watching the matches, I think Legend is the best difficulty. I think it honestly drags out matches and it makes the matches a tad bit longer. As for weight detection, I'll be totally honest. I don't know if I see anybody using arcade. I always use simulation every year. Stamina, I do normal. You could go infinite if you want that AEW feeling where they kind of last for a while. I guess you can go infinite, but I use normal. I might try infinite at some point. Who knows? Submission minigame, honestly, I do rapid. I'm not good at rapid minigames, but I think I like it more better than slider. That's just me though. Pin minigame, I do timed. I think from 2K22 to 2K25, I did the rapid minigame for pins, but I think I'm better and I like the timed minigames a lot better. Pin minigame, first count, lock after finisher. Basically, if you turn this on, if your opponent or you hits a finisher, the person that's getting pinned cannot kick out after the one count. I keep this off. I really don't like this on at all. I've tried it before. I don't like it. Trading blows, I keep on. Chain wrestling, I keep on. These two settings, these do have their individual sliders. You can set how frequent these happen in a match. And I'm not sure if trading blows or chain wrestling had the auto only or manual only setting. If you guys want to try this, you can, but I just keep it on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to even manually activate these, so I just keep them on just for the AIs and such. I'm pretty sure if you do it manual only, AIs can't trigger it either, so just do it on. Why not? Allow held input for minigames, I keep it off. Rope break automatic on. I think it's very immersion breaking. If you select this off and the person getting pinned or the person getting that's in a submission hold, if their leg or foot or arm is under the rope and you have this off, the ref will not call a rope break. I think that is a clear rope break if their hand or arm is under a rope. So I keep this on. Even if you have this off, if there's a pin happening, if they grab the rope physically, then that's when they'll call the rope break. But I keep it on. Auto reverse for ground attacks, I keep this off. I don't like the rolling reverse animations too much, so I think off is what I prefer. I keep all of the run-ins off. If I'm doing like an edit, like a video for YouTube, I don't want to be interrupted by some random superstar running in on the match that makes no sense at all. So I keep all this off. Of course, personal preference. If you don't do what I do, turn it on. Why not? Or player, whatever you prefer. At the end of the day, blood I keep on. I've heard people that do PLEs in main shows, like a show that's weekly, they turn this off to not give blood, which is reasonable. For a PLE, they'll turn blood on though. For me, I keep blood on all the time. It's kind of a hassle going back and forth, turn it on and off. I just keep it on. It's whatever you want though. Stun, these are for the graphic effects. I keep stun off and danger effects off. I just find it very in your face, and I just don't like it. One thing I do wish I could turn off is the blood graphics. Now the blood itself, I want on. I want the blood to appear on the mat, on the ring, on the superstars, on the wrestlers, whatever. But I wish I could turn it off to where when you get busted open, there's that big blood splatter effect on your screen. I do not like that. So if 2K is listening, please give us an option to turn that off. Please. Because I want blood on, but I don't want the graphic effects off. Because if we can turn off the stun and danger effect, we should be able to turn off the blood effect as well. That's just my 2 cents. For subtitles, I'm gonna be honest, I like subtitles for like movies or TV shows, but if I'm really trying to get immersion and make a video or make a edit or something and there's subtitles, that just ruins it. So for me personally, I take these off. I am a little bit hard of hearing, so I would like this on sometimes. So if you have trouble hearing, I do recommend subtitles, obviously. It just helps a lot. Instant recovery, possum attack, instant recovery I keep off. It's just not realistic in my opinion. I mean, it can be, but I mean, it's not like possum attack or possum pin where you can roll up your opponent or you can attack them from when you're laying on the mat. I think these are 2 different settings. I think instant recovery just is unrealistic in my opinion. It's up to you though. Allow ring escape. This is fine. I mean, I might turn it off here and there. I think it's fine though, where you roll out of the ring when you're on the ground. I think it's okay. Tag team interruption debuff. Now this is a new setting that I really do like that 2K added this. So basically, you know, in 2K games for the last few years, for a while now, whenever, let's say you're in a tag team match, right? And the person that's not legal comes into the match to break up a pin or a submission, right? If you have this setting on, they cannot come back into the match to break it up again unless they get tagged in. If you turn this off, it basically cancels that out. Now, we all like our long tag team matches, right? I'm joking. I hate long tag team matches. I've had tag team matches go on for 30 plus minutes, so I think this is a very good setting to keep on. But I also think it's a little bit unrealistic if you have it on, because why the fuck is my tag team partner not coming in and break up my pin? It makes no sense, right? If they're available, if they're on the apron, they should be able to enter the ring to help me out. But I think it just takes too long if you have this off, especially if you're doing more than just a tag team match. If you're doing a, let's say 3v3 or 4v4 tag match, it's gonna take a long fucking time. So I say, just for time's sake, keep this on. Underground spectators, I keep it on. I haven't tried this with it off. I think it's basically just if you're playing an underground match with the superstars or the whoever the fuck is at ringside. If you put this off, I'm guessing they just go away. I'm guessing. I might keep it off sometimes because it's a little bit immersion breaking when you can go through the people. It's annoying. Now, presentation. I think a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory, especially if you're doing AI versus AI. So overhead stamina display threshold. This is a new setting. Basically, it just whenever your stamina is at your purple bar that we all love and hate with a strong passion, basically whatever this is set at, you will see that purple bar whatever it's at, pretty much. I keep it at 0, of course, for immersion. I don't like to see it in my matches when I'm doing AI versus AI. For gameplay camera, especially tag team action, do standard. If you're doing 2-on-2, if you do standard, the opponent on the camera side will not be in your way, pretty much. If you do ramp facing camera, then you'll get somebody in your way. So for tag team action, do standard. I do standard anyway. I think it's better. I did like what they first introduced ramp facing camera. I did like it a lot. I used it for a while. Back in, what was it, 2K24, I think? I like standard though. Just me. Now for camera targeting, I've seen a lot of people do proximity over global. I'm not really too sure. I might try global because with proximity, whenever I'm watching a match, the camera will be like panned over to the left when my superstars are in the ring. So I might try global and see how it works. Let me know what you guys think about this new setting in the game. Superstar HUD off, control help and match rating. Basically all the HUDs I keep off. I keep referee counts on because, like I said earlier, I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm not too sure when the ref is at, 8 or 9. Especially if I want to jump into a match and these settings are on, I want to know what the count is at. Now, I could easily turn this off, right? Which I might actually do in some cases, but I keep it on. I like to see where I'm at with the counts. The HUDs I keep off, like breakout run-in HUD off, entrances camera HUD disabled, interaction HUD for entrances off, post-match replay off. Now, when I'm editing a show, like with my editing software, I might do my own post-match replays, so I keep this off. Camera shakes off. I think camera shakes are obnoxious and just annoying. Camera cuts on. Now, when you're doing an AI versus AI match, the camera cuts are amazing. There's going to be some gameplay later, a match I'm going to show you guys between Ray Phoenix and Penta in a 10+ minute I Quit match. Please pay attention to the camera cuts. It is absolutely cinema. It's great. Of course, camera cuts for big moments, you want most frequent. I mean, if someone's superplexing someone off the top turnbuckle, you want to zoom in on that. Pins and submissions, I think often is fine. I mean, you could go sometimes, but I think often is fine. If you're doing a one-on-one match, these are really good sliders for those matches. Dive attacks, I think often is fine. I mean, especially like I said, one-on-one match types, you want this on often. Taunts, I mean, I guess these are more for one-on-one matches. If you're doing triple threat or fatal 4-way matches plus, you want different settings, that's for sure. Just mess around with these and see what you like. And of course, you can pause at any moment to just write down or to select what you want. Now, camera panning, like I said, when the Ray Phoenix versus Penta match comes on at the end of the video, pay attention. There's a lot of times where when the superstars are grabbing a weapon from under the ring, the camera will pan onto them. It's like real life. It's actually very, very nice. I like it. Ringside camera cuts, I found this annoying last year in 2K25, but honestly, it's a lot better, I've noticed, in 2K26. I keep this on. Super finisher VFX, I'll be honest, I think majority of my superstars don't even have a super finisher. I keep this off. It's a big logo that's unnecessary. Controller vibration, I keep off. I used to like vibration on my controllers back in the day, but not anymore. Spectate control display, off. Watermark image, I have my own images. I keep this off. Reversal input feedback, off. All of this stuff I keep off. I mean, the prompts, off, off, off. Ring escape prompt, off. Weapon pickup outlines. When I was watching the first bits of the 2K26 gameplay from Creator Fest, I'll be totally honest, I did not like the weapon pickup outlines at all. So I'm so glad they have this as a setting. Turn this shit off. I mean, it's fine if you don't know which weapon is which, but for like 99.9% of the time, I know which weapon is what I'm picking up. So put that shit off. Display my stats, I have no idea what the fuck this is. I keep it off. If it's another HUD option or another UI, I just turn it off. I don't need it on my screen when I'm playing a match or when I'm watching a match. Now, if we go over to balancing, I'll be honest, balancing is the bread and butter of AI versus AI matches. Of course, this is more or less personal preference, but it's still your preference at the end of the day. I'm going to go through probably each one and tell you why I have it set at what it is. Of course, AI standing, strike, and standing grapple reversal rate, 55, 55. It just gives it a little bit more oomph for them to reverse a move to go into a different move. I mean, it's honestly, it's very self-explanatory. And of course, one thing to add, with the new AI sequences that you can put on your characters, your superstars, in the gameplay you will see later, Penta versus Ray Phoenix, there's a sequence that Penta does in the corner that is very, very nice. So pay attention. AI ground strike reversal rates, honestly, I put those at 45. Finisher reversal rate, the reason why I put this at 70 is because so they can reverse a finisher and they can go into a cool little sequence with another finisher or a super kick or something that just looks devastating. With a lot of these sliders, I think of what I see on TV, right? There are times where there is somebody that's about to do a finisher, then someone reverses it into another finisher and they pin for the 1-2-3. It looks so cool because if a match ends with one finisher or just a finisher pin 1-2-3, it's boring, it's bland, it's stale, it's not the best. AI foreign object attack reversal rate is 30. Honestly, beat each other with the weapons, that's fine. I think 30 is fine. AI grab breaker, AI combo breaker, and AI combo. I'm not really sure what these do. If I'm being totally honest, if you guys can let me know what this does down below, I'd really appreciate it. AI submission rate, of course, with like I quit matches or submission matches. Of course, this is gonna be a little. They're gonna do this regardless, right? But I'm not a big fan of submissions in matches. Like I'm not a big fan if the Great Khali does a, or that's a bad example. I'm not really a big fan if, let's say, fucking Cody Rhodes does a submission out of nowhere. Like, it's just not my thing. I mean, if you're Rusev, sure, do a submission, but I think it's a very rare case of superstars doing submissions. AI dive and AI springboard rate. Now, I was recording earlier an AI versus AI match, and Ray Phoenix kept going in the ring, taunting to pick his opponent up, to dive to the outside of the ring, and they just wouldn't, he wouldn't dive or springboard. So I upped this a little bit to make them do that, especially with a high flyer like a Ray Phoenix or a Penta or a Javon Evans. I want them to fly a little bit. I might up this a little bit to at least 70, 75 maybe. I think it's, you could also put this down if you don't want too many dives, but somebody like a Cody Rhodes probably doesn't have his tendencies up to do dives or springboards. So I think this is fine to have up a little bit. AI grapple, I think grapples are fine. I mean, it's whatever. Strikes as well. Limb targeting, I might put this down a little bit myself. Limb targeting is realistic though, so I think it's fine at 55. AI running attack. I mean, 45, 50, it really doesn't matter. AI dodges. Dodges are unrealistic. I'm tempted to put this at 0. These don't happen. A reversal will happen or whatever the fuck. Dodges do not happen in a real wrestling match. Trading blows. I know we all love the trading blows animation. I understand. But I think 35 is perfect for this. It's not happening all the time. It's not happening right away. It's not happening in every match. It's perfect at 35. Honestly, I might put it to like 40, but that would be the max. Entrance running, mid-match running, post-match running, 0, 0, 0. You don't want random superstars running into your match. Like, if I'm doing a Johnny Gargano versus Alex Shelley, I don't want like Cody Rhodes to run in for what reason? You know, I don't want some random superstar to run in. I want to do it myself if I'm creating the story. Referee downtime should be 100. Again, these are all personal preference at the end of the day, but I don't want the referee getting right back up to his feet. If the referee gets knocked down by accident, it makes for a good story. I mean, in real life, the ref is down until the end of the match or until another ref comes out. So I think this is pretty fine, pretty realistic. Superstar downtime, I honestly wouldn't mess with this. If you put it up, then your character's down for too long. If you put it down, your character gets right back up when your opponent's trying to do a corner move. It makes just no sense at all. I used to have this up at 70 at one point, and I'll be honest, from one attack, from one punch, one super kick, I would get knocked down for a good 20 seconds. It is not good up or down. I say 50 is the sweet spot. Basic reversal window, 50. Signature and finisher reversal, 60. Like I said earlier, I think having a reversal for finishers and signatures is fine. I think it is honestly your best bet. You don't want finishers and signatures happening all the time. You want some reversals in there. You want them to mess up a little bit. It just, I say 60. Stamina cost 30. I heard something on Twitter, actually from Smack Talks on Twitter. For players frustrated with the purple stamina bar, Brian Williams has shared the following tutorial to adjust the rate that stamina drains. So from the main menu, move to options, select gameplay, and press the RB button to move to the balancing menu, where we are right now. If you scroll down to stamina cost, which is right here, and by default the slider is set at 50. Lower the slider to reduce the amount of stamina that's lost when attacking, reversing, etc. If you're not enjoying the default setting due to the prominence of the purple stamina meter, reduce the stamina cost slider between 0 to 15. I might do that, I'm gonna be totally honest. If we go down one more, if we scroll down to the stamina recovery rate slider, as its name implies, this controls how quickly or slowly you recover lost stamina. It's also set at 50 by default. If you're fine with the current stamina recovery rate, leave it at 50. However, if you like a quicker recovery to pair with a slower stamina cost, I recommend a setting between 60 to 75. Mine is 60. I think this is perfect. I'm gonna be honest, at first, doing like sliders, I didn't understand a lick of what this all meant. But I think 30 stamina cost, 60 stamina recovery rate is perfect. Rollout frequency, 20. I think higher than 20 is not good. No bueno. I think rolling out of the ring every single time you get knocked down is very tedious and very annoying. Rollout duration, I think 50 is fine. Feeding frequency, this is honestly, I like this. Basically, when you get knocked down, your character will crawl to the rope or the turnbuckle or whatever, and I think this is a good setup for a certain move at that location of the ring. And I'm gonna be honest, stun gain, stun duration, vitality regen cooldown, vitality regen rate, I'm not really too big on it. You can copy this if you want, or you can mess with it a little bit, up to you. Pin and kick out difficulty AI. The player, I'm gonna be honest, do what you want. We're doing AI versus AI. We don't care about the player settings. With the pin kick out difficulty AI, I have at 30. I forgot generally what I was gonna say about this. Up to you if you want to change it up a little bit. It's up to you. I mean, this is what I have. AI difficulty damage scaling at 35. Drag escape and carry escape at 20. These are insanely annoying when every fucking AI reverses my drag or carry. Turn this down to 20. It's so annoying every single time. Especially in Showcase. Oh my god, turn that shit down. Now if we go over to advanced minigame settings, I skipped the player settings for AI versus AI. I just have the AI settings. Recent finisher previous finisher and previous finisher influence +3. You want up at least 20 to 10 more than the last one. So 50, 70, 90. Basically, if they do one finisher, it's easier to kick out. 2, it's a little bit harder. And 3, it's insanely hard to kick out of finishers. For a signature influence, you want 20, 30, 40. I think I might even tune this down to 10, 20, 30. It shouldn't be a common occurrence of you kicking out, or sorry, you not kicking out of a signature. Now, if we go over to special guest referee, you can copy this. I mean, I'm just playing around with this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't do too many special guest referee matches, but you can copy this if you want. I think I saw this somewhere. That's why I have this. Set it what it is. And now, go over to audio volume. Now, as a streamer, as a YouTuber, I take off music. I mean, I like the music in this game, especially Two-Face by Linkin Park. It's a great song, but I can use Spotify for that. I can use my own music. It's not a big deal. Now, for entrances, it's whatever. At the end of the day, I keep commentary off. I do my own commentary sometimes. Environment, I have it on for, of course, the sound effects of the arena, etc. Ring announcer, sometimes I'll announce my own superstars to the ring. Sometimes I'll turn it on. It depends on my mood, I guess. Now, I'm going to show you guys an AI versus AI match between Ray Phoenix and Penta in an I Quit match. It went on for about 10 plus minutes. You guys are going to have the whole thing to watch. You guys can base my sliders off of this one match. Of course, AIs, they aren't the most perfect thing in the world, but let's all be honest with ourselves. The AIs in WWE 2K have gotten a lot better over the past few years. So, base this match off yourself if you'd like, off my settings. I honestly, again, the settings are all personal preference at the end of the day. Now, if you like this content, please leave a like, comment, of course, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down below if you like these settings, if you changed them, what you changed, and of course, leave a comment down below what you'd like to see from me next in WWE 2K26. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Enjoy.
You quit? Do you quit?